Princess Anne is Britain's Princess Royal and is Queen Elizabeth II's only daughter. She has been a very busy royal throughout her whole life, exerting her duties in public service with excellence and class. These days, she is mostly known for her charitable work with organizations like the Save the Children Foundation. But despite her inexhaustible social commitment, Princess Anne has also had a very strong passion in her life that almost took her down a completely different path in her journey. And that passion is equestrian riding. Princess Anne has been a recognized and celebrated rider for many years now. And here is how it all started. Princess Anne had a remarkable equestrian career in her youth and began riding horses with her dad, Prince Philip, who played polo. Philip was a big fan of recreational polo, and Anne would also be there, but her interest was more on the horses than the actual game of polo itself. Her affinity for horseback riding was very clear, and before long the princess was receiving her first professional riding lessons at Hollyport's Smith Stables. Anne debuted in public competition at age 11. Many victories soon followed, including a win in a jumping event held by the Queen at Windsor. Her riding carried on the private Benetton School, where she had the opportunity to try out the dozens of different racing horses at the Moat House Riding School. Princess Anne lived for the thrill of competition in choreographed performances and show jumping events. And she had to suffer the rougher side of equestrianism when many falls left her with broken appendages over time. Although the occasional health scare couldn't keep her from riding at all. Her graduation from Benetton in 1968 marked her transition to a public figure. But Anne continued on her path to competitive riding under the instruction of trainer Alison Oliver. Her riding gave her a break from the highly pressured lifestyle of being a royal family member, and Anne only immersed herself deeper in it as time went on. In the 1970s, Anne was well on her way to being a professional rider, consistently placing in the top 5 of all the races she underwent. But from 1973 to 1975, injury after injury seemed to hamper Anne's ambitions to reach the top of the sport. She pushed hard for recovery and made it into the 1976 Olympic Games in Montreal. Anne placed a respectable 24th and earned the respect and admiration of the public for her gallant efforts in competition. After the 76 Games, Anne carried on riding semi-professionally at many different events. But now, at 71 years old, her competing days are behind her. It's now her daughter, Zara Tindall, who is carrying on the equestrian tradition. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.